Hello, Frozies! McFrozen Nuggets here, coming to you with another video! And today I'm finally gonna get some diecast I've been wanting to do review, but I haven't been really focusing on cars lately. But today, I was kind of racking my brain around, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get it down and out finally. So here it is. My review of the 2023 and 4, I think, single release of McMissile and Holley Shiftwell. And I still cannot tell you how happy I was to finally have these two in my collection. But I'll get into that a little bit later. So first, let's take a look at the packaging. And here are the packages. Obviously, and this is the same going into 2026. Mattel is really just stuck with the Red Riders packaging, which at this point is just getting really, really old and tiresome at this point, but what are you gonna do? And also, too, Holley was, I think Holley was more so 2023, and then Finn was probably 2022, since he has the white background while Holley doesn't. And of course, thank you Mattel, as seen in Cars 2, 100% accurate there. I do have all the World Grand Prix racers. I don't have Artist Ramon. I do have Sheriff from 2007. And of course, World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen, which is right here, this Talon version. I still need to get my hands on Otis, though. I mean, I hope to get as many characters from Cars 2 as possible, especially since I have the Cars 2 Mac Hauler. And Hudson Horn Pistol Cup McQueen as well. So, anyway. Obviously, these are two of the most prominent characters in Cars 2 alongside Mater and Lightning McQueen, who I obviously have in the background. These are obviously the two iconic British spies, and still to this day, I enjoy that side of the movie. Do I think it's perfect? No. Do I enjoy it? Hell yeah. And obviously, Michael Caine, mad respect to you, dude. And same thing with Emily Mortimer. Now, I will mention that, and obviously, being that they are two of the most prominent characters in the movies, they got a shitload of releases. Both of them were released in 2011 for the debut of Cars 2. And both of them had mouth plates and bumper plates. Holley, for some stupid reason, still has a bumper plate, even now. However, Finn, even now, he is one whole metal body. Obviously, except for the eyes. But, we can we can look past that. And I'm also gonna be honest, this Talon version is easily the best version we've gotten so far. This, along with the Palace Danger version, which I hope to grab as well at some point. So yeah, let's get into the actual review. I'll start off with Holley, since I got her first. I got her in 2023 at Walmart, and then Finn I got, I believe, the end of 2023 for Christmas. Or maybe it was 2024. I can't exactly remember. It's been a long while. And another reason why I want to do Holley first is because I already got the mini racer version of her from a 3-pack that had her, Mater, and Professor Z. If you want to see a more in-depth comparison with the other variations of Holley Shiftwell, I'll link to RC Cars 5 or Mr. Dockett's review of the two of them in the description below. So yeah, she's got a pretty nice, humble, and actually kind of cute smile there. She's got her headlights with the taillights right there. Mirrors are popped up. Going to the side, there are her wheels. And this is actually where her taser comes out, as we saw in the movie with Tom Bay in Paris, and also later with Professor Z in London. Really nice and shiny too, by the way. There's her little emblem right there on the side. There we go. HS for Holley Shiftwell, obviously. Of note, there is no dent, as this is probably from before she got it. Nothing on the top. There's this little logo right there on the back. There's her HS emblem again. 10L. And then her license plate, which is a nod to Emily Mortimer. HS 1201, standing for Holley Shiftwell, December 1st. And December 1st is Emily Mortimer's birthday. And yeah, like I said before, she still, for some stupid freaking reason, still retains a bumper plate. But what are you gonna do? It's not too big of a deal. At least not a stupid mouth plate like it was in the front initially. And then here is the base. These two pieces right here for when she whips out her computer. I think. Yeah. These are her two buttons that she uses to bring up her screen that she pops up right in front. First with the laser camera and Porta Corsa, and then also later with Miles Axelrod's engine at the very end of the movie. S40A, so let me think. Okay, so this is a 20... Okay, so this is actually, I believe, a 20... Yeah, 2023. That's what this is. So, 40th week of 2023 at the A Factory in Thailand. So that's it for Holley Shiftwell. Now compared to the mini racer I have of her. Mini racer of her is actually a little bit more metallic, interestingly enough. Whereas the 155 scale diecast is more of a flat purple. Either way, I also agree that this... I also do think that this is the best version of Holley we've gotten so far, because it matches her purple in the movie perfectly. Or, like, nearly perfectly. And yes, I'll show them alongside the other characters, so don't worry. Next is the main man himself, the character who starts off the whole movie, aside from Leland Turbo, is Finn McMissile. This guy, when I first got him, I was legit just so freaking excited because, again, this guy, this guy right here, this freaking guy is literally, he's literally the one who made Mater a more complex character. Anyway, he's got the classic sort of smile that he's always had. There's his little emblem right on the front headlights. And there are these little pieces of what's supposed to be a bumper, but they're actually hooks that he's actually been able to use several times in the movie. Like grappling hooks. There are his two rear view mirrors. There are his wheels, which in the movie these actually can oftentimes, I believe, yeah, these were actually used to release some bombs onto Professor Z's battleship that he was trying to escape from. I think these are also kind of used as, like, throwing stars, I think. That's what they kind of look like. There's this piece right here where his machine guns are hidden on both sides. Very, very classic James Bond influence there. There's the emblem we saw on the front. And then there's this license plate, which, like Holley, is meant to be a nod to his voice actor Michael Caine. 314, that's his voice actor's birthday, and then FMCM being for Finn McMissile. And obviously, you can see he's got his taillights. The only separate piece of him that's separate, the only piece that is separate from his main body is now just the bumper. Oh, okay. Arcton 47A means this was the 47th week of 2023. Oh, okay. Okay, so 2023, 2024, I think. I need to kind of look this. I'm gonna need to look this shit up again because, again, it's been a while since I've looked at any of this stuff. And that's pretty much it for the two of them. Obviously, again, I don't have any other variations of Mater, but I do at the very least have the regular Mater. These three look just awesome together. And then, of course, gotta throw Lightning McQueen in there. You know, he didn't meet them officially until the end of the movie. But, obviously, he definitely had to have gotten a lot of respect from Finn and Holley for not only helping Mater, but also, at the same time, being a major Piston Cup champion. Something tells me McQueen definitely told them a lot about his mentor, Doc. And anyway, next I'll actually get the whole Cars 2 collection that I currently have. Like, officially. And there we go. I have all 11 World Grand Prix racers. I have the Cars 2 Mac Hauler. And to go along with them, the Hudson Horn Piston Cup Lightning McQueen. This is the original 2012 release of him. And of course, I also have Finn McMissile and Holley Shiftwell. And even though this isn't branded, it's Cars 2 Mater. And you know what? What the heck? I'll also throw in Sally. Here, right here. Fillmore, Sarge, Luigi, and Guido. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part. Again, I am so freaking happy to actually have this many Cars 2 diecasts because, again, I feel like it's one of the most underrated Pixar movies of all time. Especially considering the fact that I initially got a lot of shit thrown at it when it first came out. But nowadays it's actually been getting a lot more love and appreciation, much like the Star Wars prequels. And I'm always gonna say this. Fuck you, I was right. To quote Razor Fist. I had to get a little nod to Razor Fist in there. I mean, come on. So yeah. I am planning on eventually grabbing Otis. I would maybe find a diecast of Artist Ramon at some point. And obviously get some of the main lemons. So yeah. As usual, social media links in the description below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this. And actually, before I end off here, another reason why I want to get these two down now is because next year's the 20th anniversary of Cars, and technically also the 50th anniversary of Cars 2. So I thought it was appropriate. I do plan on hopefully doing my review of the diecast I got of Cam Spinner from Cars 3, as well as Cars on the Road, Cruz Ramirez. Or Racing Standard Cruz Ramirez. Yeah. That's the name that I prefer for her. To kind of add to the festivities that we'll be celebrating next year. Definitely more so than Avengers Doomsday. So yeah. as usual, love how he froze these to death, and of course, never forget to keep it rigid.